Good day. Hope everybody out there is having a good one. It's your first time to the channel. What we do here is we follow people's suggestions rather than following algorithms. It's led us to find a whole bunch of more music than we ever would have found any other way, from areas that we never would have looked at and places and stuff that we never even knew existed. And one of the places that we really love discovering a whole bunches of awesome stuff is Spain. And they really have a wealth of music. Spain has a lot to be proud of, and these gentlemen right here are a prime example of that. Mr. PACO De Lucia has his own playlist here on the channel, as well as Flamenco on its own. But this is him with Manolo Sanlucar. This is live. I believe we're going to hear some Bulerias. So this ought to be pretty awesome. I don't think I've never seen these two play together. I've seen the McLaughlin, El Miola, and others, but I'm pretty sure it's not. It's like the calm before the storm. But you don't even... go back and forth so seamlessly. It's like... It's like solos laid over solos, but come together to make melody. It's more than my feeble mind can handle. Like the answer to Yeah, it's like one's more dominant on one side than the yeah. So awesome. I don't know why people talk about this. It's just so. I mean, it's like this was metal before metal was metal, and it's just the amount of things going on here now. Let me get a good shot of a back and forth. This is this is a perfect shot because it is like there's parts of it where it's literally like you're hearing a conversation going back and forth between the two of them, and they're trading off riffs, and then one of them, and then all of a sudden one's layered on top of, they're interweaving, and it, yeah, I could like literally sit here and bore you to tears talking about this for days because, like and like we could just talk about timings and the different timings and everything that are played with in flamenco. It really makes me wonder with nowadays with like progressive bands and stuff that really play with like these off timings, whatever. If they ever get inspired, if this is like, or where they've gotten some of the inspiration for some of the timings or riffs they've come up with, it's like, and with some of these, stars that, from overseas or from all around the world, it's like, I can't help but think that, I mean, if you're going to get inspired on the guitar from anywhere, it's going to be from here. Just saying that this is the birthplace of the Git Fiddle itself. So yeah, the amount that's like going on and the switching, and I love how they had a mix, and if you really listen carefully you could hear that they like kind of dominantly had one and one, and but they were both in each other's. It's like a trick that they use in mixing in the studio, where they'll put one guitarist more dominant in one side and the other guitarist more dominant in the other. They're both in each other's sides, but it widens the scope, plus it lets you hear each kind of distinctively but together. Don't know if any of that made sense or it just sounded like a bunch of gobbledygook, but it is what it is. But that's what was going, and it really, and it's like it, and that's the stuff that I really, and I've said this before, it's like, that kind of music where, it's like you feels like you're a roller coaster, you're just hanging on to, what's, going on, holding on to the ride, and like, whoa, it's like almost went off the rails there for a second, almost lost it. And I love stuff like that, and stuff that's just, even within its timing. And I've used this analogy before, like, they'll be like, in flamenco, they'll say, okay, there's these guardrails, but we're not telling you what to do within these. You do whatever you want within these guardrails. Just we'll meet up at, yeah, okay, good, all right, have fun. And that's why every time you could see the same song from an artist and it be a different experience every time you saw because it's like this different, especially with like, a lot of like the stuff Paco would do, like with Entre Dos Aguas. That was a song that he kept playing with and refining, playing all sorts of different ways. And I even have another version I've been waiting to check out that's even got some funk added into the mix. So I really, I could not, if there's any artist that you acquaint yourself with, and or if you're an aspiring guitarist, I highly suggest getting to know Paco de Lucia, his a bit of his history and stuff. I think it will actually be a bit humbling, and also maybe, even though this is like way, and this is hard to grab a hold of guitar wise, if you're just starting, obviously. But when you start to learn about Paco himself, it starts to be a bit more inspiring than you would think. And it does grab a hold of you, and this music will change the way that you look at the instrument, and the way that you look at music and timings and all that in general. And yeah, this is definitely a if ever a genre was the whole package, flamenco is that genre. Over here in the States, we got like separate parts of it where we got dance, we got pop, we got, all these different like finger style and all this. No, flamenco is this all encompassing just treasure that, not enough people are talking about. So definitely go get yourself acquainted. I've rambled enough about these two. I want you to go check them out, and definitely we got tons of playlists and all that for you to check out. But yeah, if you're an aspiring guitarist, I highly suggest getting acquainted with flamenco and familiarizing yourself with some of the history of the music coming out of Spain. And I think you'll be very surprised. And we've talked about an awful lot of it here on the channel, and we still got tons more to dig into. We just barely scratch the surface here, and we got a lot of videos on this stuff. So yeah, definitely go check these gentlemen out. We'll have you all linked up as per usual. Like, comment, subscribe to all the YouTube things. Like I said, find new music. No, that's what you're into, then you've come to the right place. And take a look around the playlist, and please suggest an artist or somebody that we should be checking out. Please have a great day out there. Hope it's good as going, possibly as good as it possibly can be. Like I said, we got tons more news, views, reacts, all sorts of awesome stuff. So we'll see you in the next one. Have a great day out there, everybody.